Welcome back, everybody. Second annual Foster Events Group 2023 Boca Raton Pickleball Masters, powered by Baptist Health, Palm Beach County Sports Commission. We are in the main bracket final. Highly anticipated matchup here. Paris Todd, Hunter Johnson taking on Rob Nunnery and Susanna Barr. Each team, Scott, cruising in the semis. Barr and Nunnery 3-2 over Hendry and Foster, and it was Todd and Johnson 4-3 over Policelli and Long.
You know, Ari, when I was looking at the bracket before the tournament started, and, you know, upsets do happen in all of sports, but not as much in pickleball. I think getting an upset in pickleball is a lot harder because the good seasoned teams are seasoned and good for a reason. It's hard to beat them. Pickleball has just got a way of the cream of the crop rising to the very top, and this is what we're seeing here today in this bracket. I'm not totally surprised to see these two teams squaring off in the winner's bracket.
I know where your money was, Scott Golden.
I mean, look, these two teams are seasoned veterans. Paris Todd burst on the scene a little less time than the others, and even maybe Hunter Johnson as well, but Susanna Barr and Rob Nunnery are journey players. They have been around for a while, and they have been no strangers to big matches. So this will be a great opportunity to see good pickleball here on Championship Court.
A quick point off of the Barr serve. Nunnery looking to attack. They put it behind him. The music is still going on. I wonder if that's going to be, well, we can get there, but I wonder if that distracts the players or not.
I'm sure if it does, at some point they'll say something. Right now they might not be focused on anything other than that yellow ball, but ooh, Paris Todd coming over trying to take that ball. Looking like the reverse mixed double strategy right there. She's coming on in on that third shot from Johnson. She trusts his third a lot.
And the speed up, Nunnery dunking in that ball did drift deep. Johnson had a second look over at the official, Joanna Corker. Defense by Barr. Now, Susanna spent 5 years in the military. You're not going to out-tough her.
This is the same thing that we saw in the previous match with Johnson against Policelli. He speeds it up down the line, taking advantage of an opportunity to attack, and then he just keeps hammering after that till he gets what he wants.
Wicked slice from Nunnery.
Wow.
That went in. Nunnery laughing, shares a smile with Susanna. Did that even hit his paddle?
Honestly, I thought he was going to let it go because it was a high ball, but he actually took so much pace off that ball. I think it landed 3 or 4 inches inside the line.
What a shot. That's going to land in.
Big time.
What a save. Incredible point.
Yeah, did you see that big forehand roll from Nunnery when he got back in position? He was able to roll that ball trying to get back on the offensive side, but
Nunnery ducking away again and letting that fly.
He's on skates over there, but somehow he's letting these go, and they're going out.
Rob Nunnery, two-time first-team All-Big South tennis player while at UNC Asheville.
Yeah, he's had a crazy journey. He blew his knee out had an opportunity to really play at the next level, and comes back, finds pickleball, and decides he's going to be a top pro and makes that decision, and he committed to it. And here he is. I actually think Rob Nunnery has a slight edge on the backhand cross-court dinking. Not that Johnson can't dink cross-court. He absolutely can, but I think Rob Nunnery is just very comfortable in that spot.
Oh, Paris jumped out of her shoes there for that one. A sitter. 3-1-2.
Again, Nunnery dictating the points right now, speeding up first.
Todd did not miss that one. Here's a yeah.
Well, I mean, Nunnery, I guess he was feeling it there. He sped that ball up well below the net, thinking he could catch her off guard, but she was ready.
Solid two-hander from Johnson into the body. And Barr has been very good defensively. Scott?
Yes, she is a wall just like a lot of the females. They've learned to be walls over there as their counterparts are often aggressive and attacking.
Couldn't get that one back.
Yeah, Nunnery saying bounce, but it was too late. The ball had already hit Susanna Barr.
3-all. Second serve.
Really
For
nice.
their first lead, and they've got it. Hunter Johnson in the air. The swinging put away.
I've always thought that the Johnsons had a lot of athleticism, but man, I'm seeing this in person now. He is a tremendous athlete,
Yeah.
just taking balls and ripping cross court.
And that time, Parrish going into the body as they start to make a statement. Did we have a
Here it is again. Oh, another lob from each lady.
Ooh, that roll got upstairs, but kind of thinks it surprised Suzanne a little bit.
Yeah, she took a big step back. I think she was going to try to unload on it, but she just didn't seem to get all of it. It looked like she mishit just a little bit.
3-3-1.
It's a laser beam from Johnson. Again, we talk about footwork. Did you see how he worked around that return to get in position for his monster forehand? Really good footwork.
That lob too deep.
I like that, though. She can catch people with that. She kind of flips it up from below the net, catching them on their heels, but that one's sailing, like you said, just a little bit long. I want to see her go back to that.
It gets line. Good stab by Nunnery.
Ari, one of the things that I noticed when I watched this elite pro level, the pros never hit the ball in the same spot twice. They're always moving the ball around at different angles, and they're attacking at different angles. It's very impressive to see in person.
It has been a winning tandem, Johnson and Todd. They took gold in Punta Gorda, trying to follow up with another one. This is winner's bracket final.
You know, Ari, I'm always fascinated at how these matchups come to fruition. You know, I don't know if Johnson asked Todd or Todd asked Johnson, but it's fun to watch these matchups link up, these teams link up and start to get cohesive.
What a point. Barr survived defensively, the ATP from Johnson. But as you said, that gave Paris Todd sometimes the partner able to finish then.
Yeah, and Barr plays really good defense, but she tends to back up when she's getting attacked, and sometimes that ball can roll too hard down at your feet when you give them that angle and that space.
5 points unanswered for Todd and Johnson. Up 6-3. Did not make it over. Hunter upset with himself.
I think Rob doing a good job getting involved, getting that forehand going. I told you, he has this ability to take a ball off the bounce and whip it, and that's what we saw from him right there.
Paris Todd keeping him honest, going down the line.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the distinct traits of a really high-level female in the mixed double world. They're not afraid to go behind the guy, and they do it with ease.
3-7-1 after jumping out ahead 3-1.
It's momentum. I can't help but think that Johnson's athleticism and speed caused Rob to miss that. He's trying to beat him to that spot, so he rushed his shot just a little bit. He's got to take his time.
Yeah, speed kills, huh, and intimidates. Just deep. Timeout at 8-3-1. Nunnery and Barr will regroup after a solid beginning where they came out 3-1, but now 7 run off unanswered by Todd and Johnson. They've got that ability, don't they?
They really do. Once they catch fire like that, it's hard to stop that train from being in motion. But, you know, Nunnery is not a man of a lot of words. He's kind of quiet to himself, but his body language looking like they need an adjustment. He's got to figure out how to get a little bit more involved. Todd and Johnson doing such a good job of keeping the ball over towards Barr enough to where they can attack her eventually if she leaves one up. So he's got to find a way to start pushing back a little bit more and creating some shots that can help the team.
Well, don't forget, folks, if you're in the area, we got the Celebrity Charity Pro-Am that will benefit families of children with cancer via My Family Matters Foundation and Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital Youth Cancer Foundation. That's starting pretty soon here with VIP hospitality. The play will begin at 6. There'll be a pro exhibition as well. We'll get to some of the pros that'll be here, including my partner, Scott Golden.
That's a great job from Susanna Barr setting up her partner, Rob Nunnery, for success.
8-3-2. Well done by Rob, so they get the timeout side out.
Well, and the reason that worked, Ari, is because Johnson's trying to beat Nunnery to that spot after the return, but what they're also doing is the shake and bake over there with Johnson and Todd, but Todd committing too far to the middle, and Nunnery recognized it.
Second serve. That exhibition, JW will be here. Georgia, Julie, Anna Bright, Paris Todd will play. Benlika. Gigi Fernandez also. Vince Van Patten.
I wonder how motivated Paris Todd will be for that exhibition after she played all day.
Oh, Nunnery found that gap.
But again, it's the setup from his partner that's giving him a lot of success right now. He's able to put that ball away easily, but she's doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Hunter can come with that heat. It gets up on you in a hurry.
Yeah, I kind of jammed her up too. Really great spot. This is the best 2 out of 3, so there's no need to panic for Nunnery and Barr. They need to settle in just a little bit more here.
That went deep, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was in. I'm sorry.
Good decision there, Hunter. Left it.
Oh, boy.
So 3-9-2.
It's a gutsy leave.
Yeah.
Tremendous defense.
And then Todd turns it into offense.
That's crazy. They just worked themselves out of a jam. Rob was giving them everything he had, and then she turns the tide on him.
Ooh, she was there.
But did you see how he did that? He took it and he worked around the backside of the ball and flicked it at her. It's a really good shot there. It's a high-level shot.
9-3-2.
Barr using the net to her advantage there, but I'm noticing both females are liking the speed up. They're both trying to speed the ball up first to try to create some offense for the team.
Opportunity here to get back into this one.
Rob slide middle.
Todd is there.
Yeah, I mean, that at the pro level, that's an easy read. I mean, he's speeding it up from low to high again, and she's just going to sit on that and hit down. Hunter does such a good job of defending that line.
Side out. Up 6. And able to jump on it.
Well, the game's changing too, because in the past years, a player like Johnson would maybe let that ball bounce and then dink it back cross court. Now they're leaning in and they're attacking off of that. So if the ball's left up at all, it becomes an offensive shot.
Game point. 10-3-2. Side out. Hunter's done that a couple times in this game. The backhand in the middle of the net.
Sometimes those shorter returns halfway up the court that stay low is actually an advantageous return for somebody that likes to rip.
Interesting, that lob kind of serve did not work. Paris Todd able to attack immediately. There's that ability to refer to, Scott. The females partners, they're welcoming the speed ups.
Yeah, I mean, Rob has very quick hands, but he looks slow almost on that exchange because Paris Todd is just bringing the fire. The key is hitting down on the ball. She was able to hit down on it towards Nunnery. This is actually the type of game that Nunnery and Barr want to play. Just that slow dink game, but Johnson and Todd having none of it. again, we're seeing that same trend. They just picked up where they left off the round before, where they're speeding up off the balance. That's a really nice offensive series there for Johnson and Todd.
Yep, ton unanswered to finish game one. 11-3, they take it. We'll be back for the second here in the main bracket final. Game two, Joanna Corker calling it out. It was 11-3 in the first. Johnson Todd with 10 consecutive to end it after falling behind 3-1. And they open the second with a score. So if you're Barr and Nunnery, you get off to a solid start in the first and then are dominated for the remainder. What is the strategy coming into the second here?
I think just being a little more aggressive like that, just trying to attack a few more balls, take some chances in game two. They definitely can't sit on their heels because Todd and Johnson have proved that they can speed up and kind of dictate the points. So they've got to put Johnson and Todd on their heels a little bit and hopefully make some mistakes here in game two.
And that pegs Hunter. Big crowd on hand. Main bracket final. Two, 1-1. Make it three, so they started 3-1 in the first. They do it again in the second.
Yeah, you see the focus in their eyes right now, and I love how Rob Nunnery is hitting those penetrating dinks deeper into the court, causing Hunter Johnson to kind of jam him up a little bit. I love that lob.
And then follows it up with a put away.
Well, that's the benefit if you do get the lob up and over him a little bit. They can't really hit down on it, so then you get a chance to kind of hammer that next ball or two. And Susanna Barr is known for that. I told you she's very tricky to play against. I think she was a little maybe apprehensive in the first game. She's letting loose a little bit more now, and she's even picking the serve up a little bit more.
There's the answer from Paris in Boca.
Yeah, Nunnery's got to be careful speeding that forehand up to her two-handed backhand. That's a dangerous move from 22 feet away.
So early timeout from Johnson and Todd.
Yeah, it's a good sign to start game 2 for Nunnery and Barr as they look a little more energized, a little more focused, and they're really bringing the fight to Todd and Johnson here in game 2. They were not satisfied with an 11-3 deficit in game 1, so seeing them punch back early.
Is this more of a tactical kind of a reset or a strategy timeout for Johnson Todd, you think?
I honestly think they just needed a breather real quick. They're not even talking about any strategy, really. Johnson's just kind of sitting there watching the other game on the second court. I think it was just a break.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need that just to catch your breath, regroup in your own mind. You know, 60 seconds goes by fast, but it does amazing things. Let's see if my unofficial statistic plays true with the team that calls the timeout winning the next point out of the
What'd you say that unofficial stat was, 90%?
I hope I didn't say 90.
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, she kept it in.
That was in, landed Barr down the line.
Funny where I'm sitting, I couldn't actually see the baseline, but I saw Hunter Johnson's face, and he was just like, well, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, I just want to reiterate that. Wow,
Yeah. What did you think of that?
I'm not a fan of that actually, but they're bringing the fight to Todd and Johnson right now in game 2, which is what they have to do to get over that hump and gain a little bit of confidence even.
4-1.
Oh, he's going for it. That's a heat check right there.
He went for it again. He hit it right at Paris Todd on the prior point, got a point out of it. He apologized immediately, and Paris kicked the ball into the crowd.
Yeah, I don't know if she was just frustrated at herself or if she was frustrated with Rob, but she definitely did. Now we're seeing the punch back from Todd and Johnson now. So
yeah, watch out.
This is the game of tug of war, right, Ari? I mean, you see these teams slugging back and forth. It's like a heavyweight match in boxing. What can you do?
Second serve.
Barr doing her part to get the side out.
Johnson with a big overhead slam. They call it out?
I believe they called it out, but Johnson was trying to convince them that it was in, and I don't know if he's going to give it to him. It looks like he might have given it to him. You know what? That's a good sport. He gave it to him. Nunnery's body language was kind of like, his body language was like, nah, whatever. You can have it. They're switching up the...
Inching back here, 4-7-2.
Another timeout. Look, Susanna Barr trying to keep the energy good. Rob Nunnery, a little more stoic with his emotions. He's a little more closed off. She's more of the energy. She wants to feel that good positive energy. So she's bouncing around over there. She really wants to keep them up in their excitement for game 2. I think they have the lead. They've got the momentum, but do not sleep on Todd and Johnson. They will make a run. There's no doubt about it. So the key is defending that run. They're going to get a pushback and they're going to score some points, but you've got to get them to get you the ball back. You've got to get some offense again and keep scoring. Otherwise, the other team's going to, over a series of 1 or 2 offensive runs is going to get back in this game. So it's really important that they come out and keep that same energy level that they had to start game 2.
Boca Raton Pickleball Masters brought to you by Foster Event Group and One Soul Pickleball. Key sponsors, Tyrol Shoes, Celsius, Pickleball Central, and Paddle Tap.
Yeah, Paddle Tap, some local guys. Really, really good company. trying to make their name in pickleball.
4-7-2, game 2, main bracket final. Oh, bad break. Nunnery actually flipping that paddle at the ball.
Well, you obviously don't expect it to clip the net and just dribble over, but he was there. I think if it would have had a little bit more of a bounce to it, he could have gotten there and probably hit it around the post, but it just died. There's Rob getting involved. He got it. Oh,
Terrific
I thought he had
point.
it.
Well, defense, you see them transitioning that into offense, and Johnson and Todd now just trail by 1.
Yeah, again, Johnson clipped the net. Smart decision. I actually think that's a good idea to get to the backhand of Johnson on the return, so that Johnson's having to hit a two-handed backhand or a slice return instead of that big forehand.
That well wide. Into the stands. Souvenir.
Not quite as deep as the one that hit the roof earlier.
It never came down, did it?
I don't think so. I think the Pelican took off with it.
Yeah, he looked like a big orange. Quick side out there.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah, now they can tie it.
You can almost feel the momentum shifting back to Todd and Johnson after that timeout. They've been on the upswing since.
You hear Hunter Johnson saying, yeah. And that attack down the line began that exchange.
7-7.
And they have taken the lead. 6 unanswered.
So one of the things I like about Susanna Barr's game is that she gets really low and she likes to lean out and catch those balls out of the air. One of the traps to that is, though, that sometimes you might get too far extended, which is what we saw there. She tried a little too much of getting that out of the air.
That swinging backhand is a thing of beauty. Paris Todd.
Wish I had that two-handed backhand.
Right?
Can you buy one of those?
Ooh, a break there. Well, it evens up, right? Johnson and Todd got one earlier.
Yeah, Nunnery just, yeah.
9-7-2.
It's a close one here in game 2. Nunnery,
just deep on that one.
Well, I don't know where you were looking, Ari, but I was looking right at Nunnery. He was almost worried that was going out, so I'm not surprised the call was long.
Just missed.
That's a big turn of events here.
Barr was ready.
Well, and I think you have to be ready against Paris Todd because she does that forehand roll so well. She takes those off the bounce and rips, and that played right into Susanna's backhand there. So that was a well-executed play to get the side out and a chance to make a little mini run.
So they save off match point. Second serve, they need a couple here.
It's just tough to score points against this team.
Yeah, Nunnery vacated that area, and Johnson found it.
Well, again, I think they're down 7-10. They were up 7-2, I think, or 7-3. So he's trying to find a way to get involved and create some offense. So, you got to give him credit for it. But wow,
what a save!
That's unbelievable. Oh man,
defense.
this is a great point.
Got to earn that match point.
You can tell all four are focused here.
And it's Hunter Johnson with a quick flick. So it was a 10-point run in the first, taking 11-3, and then a 9-point run in the second to seal it 11-7. That's the kind of firepower that they bring. Hunter Johnson and Paris Todd, they are heading to the final bracket, and Carl Foster will now interview the tandem. They've been terrific. We'll take a break. We'll pick up Carl live here.
Long day of pickleball, Paris, and good to be out here, back here in Boca. Just talk about the day of mixed doubles here in Boca.
Yeah, it's been great. This is like home for me. I live in Fort Myers, so I'm only 2 hours away, so it's like in my backyard, and the fact I get to play with this guy, it's been a great day.
Talk about the partnership now. You guys have been playing a little bit. You did pretty well last week, and Punta Gorda, you won 3, you won 2, and you guys coming together.
Yeah, we're undefeated so far, so hopefully we can keep the momentum rolling, and yeah, we're excited for Championship Sunday.
You're also going to be playing against your brother. I mean, I know you guys play together, but how is it when you're playing against each other?
We might spill a little blood on the court against each other, but it's all going to be a lot of fun, and we're just going to compete and see what happens. Let's see who wins.
Men's doubles tomorrow, and ladies doubles. You got ladies doubles tomorrow, and who you play with tomorrow in the tournament?
With Millie tomorrow, so Millie Rain. So it'll be a fun day. I'm looking forward to it. So
She's
we'll be
local.
back in tomorrow. Yeah, she's hometown, so
She's
we'll
a
get the crowd
hometown.
out here for us.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of fans out here. So you guys playing in Pro-Am too, so good luck. We'll see you a little bit later. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. Second annual Foster Events Group 2023 Boca Raton Pickleball Masters, powered by Baptist Health and Palm Beach County Sports Commission. And we've got men's senior dubs here coming on. We've got a good matchup here, Scott.
Oh, boy. I love
Could be some fireworks. You sensing it?
Oh, I can just feel it already. This is some intense pickleball right here that we're going to see. These guys are all amped up. Mircea Marayu might be the most chill out of all of them.
That's saying quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Actually, maybe Dan Granat. Dan's pretty relaxed.
Yeah, Mircea, he is pretty composed, but he can get fiery.
No doubt about it. All four of these guys, OGs of pickleball. When I got involved in 2017, Dave Weinbach was playing with Kyle Yates in the men's open division, so this is a treat to watch them dominate in the senior pro. The golden years.
That comes from the golden boy over here, Scott Golden. That just deep Weinbach makes a call. Make sure that Trish is looking. That's Trish Stewart, our official in this one. Winners bracket final.
This is going to be fun.
Gold medal match here.
Not sure which one came out of the winners
Oh, to
bracket.
get there, yeah. Right? Or is this gold?
This is gold, correct? So Granat and Marayu look like they might be on the top side.
Gold medal match. It was Merchant and Weinbach. 11-0, 11-2 over Milner and Cowart. Marayu and Granat over Olin and Sperling. Trying to get a score update for you. We apologize. 2-2. Mircea Marayu played his tennis at Brown. His partner Dan Granat, University of Georgia and Arkansas, big-time tennis star.
Still lives in Georgia, actually.
Granat following it in.
One really cool aspect of Dan Granat's game is that he misdirects a lot. So he looks like he's going to hit right at you, and he's actually hitting to a completely different spot. Very tricky individual to play against. He doesn't overpower people. He wins with deception and misdirects a lot. And you'll see his game is very tricky. Althoff is a little more straightforward. He likes to drop and dink. A lot of grunting from Weinbach and Merchant.
Side out, Weinbach and Merchant. Althoff, originally from India, played his tennis at Southern Illinois University. And the Weinbach, they call him Badger, so you can guess where he's from.
Wisconsin. But he's got the fastest hands west of the Mississippi. He has got some lightning fast reflexes. It's one of the signature traits of his game.
100 career gold medals for the Badger. Amazing. Tennis and table tennis background for those quick hands.
Althoff is completely content dinking cross court over and over 150 times each point. He will stay in that all day.
Where are you? I'll take it.
Mircea's funny. He's quiet, but he's got a good personality. He will talk with you. He'll engage. I get a chance to play with him quite often, actually. He comes to my club, Woodfield Country Club in Boca, and plays oftentimes in the morning or evening with us. And
plays quite a bit here, too. Patch Reef maybe claim this as his home court.
For sure. I think he technically lives in Delray, but he's in Boca quite a bit. And he actually won like 18 straight games coming to Woodfield one time recently. So, like, golly, can you let us win at least one?
How are you going to beat him there? Come on.
I mean, it's just 18 in a row.
Oh, Granat was thinking about around the back there, but it sailed wide. Ball retrieved by Dom over there.
Yeah, Dominic Catalano coaching his new up-and-coming pro team. He played 2 weekends ago with him against me in the finals of a Moneyball, the paddle tap tournament, actually the sponsors of this.
Yeah, how'd you do?
We lost to them in 3, but it was a very fun matchup. And Martin Emmerich and his wife Tammy are playing mixed pro today. They were just on the court opposite of where we are, and very good team.
That is deep. Very good in transition, Marayu. And again, that powerful forehand.
I just love this matchup. These guys all have unique and different styles. Love to see these games unfold in front of us.
Sitter for Merchant.
Mircea Marayu's strongest part of his game is his forehand drive and ability to create topspin. One of the weaker parts, and it's not even a deficit or a weak spot really, but it's his backhand. He's not super offensive off of it. He doesn't attack a whole lot, so it's kind of predictable. Although he's been working on a two-handed backhand to attack off of, but that would be the one spot where I think if they're going to go after Marayu, they've got to get to that backhand where he just kind of slices those dinks.
Weinbach went with pace there. Surprised Granat a tad.
Yeah, Weinbach's drops come in on a cloud, but when he does drive, it's surprisingly effective because he doesn't drive often.
That he can do, though. Don't test his hand speed, right?
That's the speed of his hands. He's a longtime Paddle Tech sponsored player. He's one of the, like I said, original guys with Paddle Tech. Has been loyal to them, and he whips that paddle through the air extremely well.
Maybe that's why they call him Badger. Maybe it's not the Wisconsin thing. Are Badgers, do they have quick paws? Are they?
I guarantee you they do. Badgers are crazy little critters.
Yeah.
Seven, 6 with the timeout. So again, we're not completely sure why they call a timeout at 7-6, but they lost a little bit of momentum there. It looked like the Badger, Dave Weinbach, and Althoff Merchant picked up a little steam.
They got to slow the hands down of the Badger. We're
Yeah,
in their huddle here. Maybe we just be quiet and listen.
Well, you know, it's funny. Like teams usually have yin and yang. One's talkative, one's quiet. These two guys definitely both talkers, so it's fun to listen to them go back and forth.
I don't know if either one are listening, but we'll listen.
To be fair, I'm a talker as well. During timeouts, I usually spend my time talking the 60 seconds. But I've had partners in the past just say, "Scott, can you just be quiet for the 60 seconds so I can think and breathe?"
That's funny.
So yeah, it's interesting to see the different dynamics. The Badger he's a one of a kind individual in life. He's very high energy.
Yeah.
At his age, he's probably 50. I don't want to be exact here, but 50 years old to 53, somewhere in that range. And he has just got so much energy. It's unbelievable.
Good job by Granat. Change speeds.
Right, and if you look at that, Ari, how he attacked that, he sliced it from below the net, and it was kind of like a fading shot through the middle. Really well done from Granat.
7-6-2. speed up attempt by Marayu, but it's 9-7.
Yeah, an unforced error on that attack.
Make it 8-6-2.
If they're going to attack, Marayu and Granat have to attack Althoff Merchant, not Dave Weinbach. Weinbach's counterpunching is world class. He lives and dies by that, so Althoff is a little more steady, looks to drop and dink, like I said. So if you attack him, he's great at counterpunching, but doesn't have the same quality of response that Weinbach has. Not many people do, to be fair.
6-8-1. Ooh, that's the ball Marayu was looking for.
It was weird that we got like jammed up a little. It looked like he almost had got T-Rex arms right there.
Right, short-armed it.
That's a really nice Ernie there on the backhand. It's interesting. Marayu likes, I asked him about this. He stacks on the even numbers. Everybody else usually stacks on the odd numbers. I'll tell you guys about that in a second.
Merchant takes advantage. You could hear bounce it. Althoff just had to get those feet out of the way.
Well, and one of the benefits to having a talker on your team like Dave Weinbach is that he's going to communicate those things with you. No question what he's wanting to convey. That's a great job from Dan Granat. Like I said, really tricky.
Tested Weinbach there, but yeah, the surprise attack.
Yeah, Weinbach wants a straight-on attack, and Granat's not going to give him that. He's going to slice the ball at him and move it different ways, off speed.
Six, 10-2. Ton of spin on the Granat serve. Ooh, just missing. Mircha.
Yeah, again, great counter punch from Weinbach. As he likes to hit down, he's got such quick hands that he's able to get on top of that ball and hit down, which causes Marayu to hit wide there, but it's what he does best.
For game one here. Again, Granat winning that duel. So second serve.
Yeah, he's just so deceptive with his shots. It keeps people on their heels for sure. I know when I played him many years ago, he was still just as good at it, maybe even better now than he was then, but it's just tricky to play against somebody like that. He always keeps you off balance.
And they get the side out. Can they make the comeback here?
Good thing Mircha went for that final blow because Dan was not going to get over there. It's almost like there was this little bit of hesitation from Mircha because he was wondering if Dan was going to come close it, but Mircha happy to do so.
Yeah, Granat's body was going one way, his paddle the other, right?
That's right. A little confusion in the middle. I'm, again, not sure how often Marayu and Granat play on the same side. I know they've played a ton against each other in the past. But really like this matchup.
Merchant stabs it, points to the crowd.
Oh, you gotta
They
love
love it,
that.
yeah.
Gotta love that. Nice finish.
It's a fiery team, as you said.
You gotta love it, though.
He says right now, he's got a game point. Weinbach got one upstairs to finish game one, 11-6. Game two coming up here in the gold medal match and the men's senior double. We'll be back. Men's senior doubles gold medal match. 11-6. Weinbach and Merchant take game one. Merario and Granat try to battle back and force the third. Speed up by Weinbach to begin the second. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the area, come on and enjoy the Celebrity Charity Pro-Am to benefit families of cancer children via My Family Matters Foundation and Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital Youth Cancer Foundation. VIP hospitality. Play begins at 6. Ducking out of the way.
That's a really good spot there from Granat as he pulled Althoff Merchant over wide right and then was able to attack down the middle for a winner.
Watch out, Weinbach with the exhale put away.
Sounds like between games, Merayu and Granat talked about maybe a shake and bake opportunity where Mircea drives the ball and then Dan closes the gap. But the problem is if you leave that ball up at all, that's what happens. Backfires just a little bit.
Yeah, good close, but left it upstairs, and Weinbach's not going to miss it. It was deep.
That's a tough call. I actually personally thought that ball might have landed, but we don't have the best angle, I'll say that. We're 60 feet away.
Yeah, there was no hesitation there. I'm going to confirm with Trish Stewart.
Looks like Trish is talking to him. Oh, call stands.
Call stands, yeah. She just wanted to make sure the score was correct. 2-0-1. Goes with the off-speed lofting serve.
Look at that defense from the Badger.
Second serve here.
It's really hard to justify speeding the ball up at Dave Weinbach. He loves that counter punch.
Kept it low down below the hips of Althoff. Couple of points, get a side out. One-two punch. Gorgeous evening here in Boca, Patch Reef Park.
I always tell people that's why I moved down here for the winter time. We survived the summer so we can
That's right.
enjoy the winter.
So nicely done by Mircha. Hitting behind Merchant. Weinbach, a quick flick with pace. It's just as you said, you cannot test that man.
Yeah, it's just a bad idea. That's not a great strategy. If they're going to attack, they need to attack cross court to Althoff Merchant. But the problem is Althoff's a lefty, so it feeds right into his forehand. So really it's a tough matchup for Granat and Marayu in that respect.
If you're going to test Weinbach, do you go forehand or backhand up at the net?
Well, he loves to sit on his backhand and counter punch, so I think you would have to go right hip or right shoulder, definitely. But he is so lightning fast. I don't think it's a great idea unless you can hit down at his ankles.
Yeah.
Anything in that midsection, he just eats up.
2-3-1, game two.
Expect Marayu and Dan to start making some offensive moves here soon. Mircha, his body language, I play with Mircha a lot, and I've seen him play a lot. It doesn't look bad right now, but he's frustrated. You can see on his face he's a little flustered. But once he catches fire, you better watch out, because if he gets that big forehand in the middle going on his drive, he can really create a lot of offense off of that. So, but again, he's got to attack straight across to Althoff Merchant.
Tied at 3.
Three, 3-2. These points are hard to come by from Granat and Marayu.
Well, we get a break. Couple of balls that Weinbach typically would put away.
But again, that was his forehand. See,
That's
so
it.
if you're going to attack, that's the right side. He's not as strong, I guess. I mean, he's strong either way, but that's definitely the lesser of the two evils.
Side out, 3-4-1. It was 11-6 in the first for Weinbach and Merchant.
Not a good idea. Again, he attacked low to high into the forehand trap of Merchant. He may have to be a little more patient there until he attacks more of the midsection, straight across or down, hitting down.
That was in. Tremendous reflexes.
Wow. That was crazy. I thought that ball was going to be well long.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did too, but it was definitely on the inside of the line, and fair call, of course, by Granat.
Well, to be
Marario, yeah.
and to be fair, Dave hit a out ball that was going to hit the next court over
That's
there.
true.
So, you know. I like that they switched it up. I actually like, so I was going to say this, they beat me to the punch, but I was actually going to say them not stacking, in other words, unstacking and keeping Marayu on the right, gives Dan a chance to kind of manipulate the ball straight across with Merchant, but they're not going to stay with it.
They've had success hitting behind Althoff. ATP into the P.
It's funny, too. He stared at the ball for
He
a second.
said, it's like, what's that doing there?
Who put that pole there? And then he shook his head like, you know, it was probably never there.
Right. Four, 5-1. They tried to do it again. That one was wide.
I'm actually surprised at how much Marayu is dropping his third versus driving. When he plays with us, he drives 95%. I think he has healthy respect for them on the other side, and that's maybe why he's trying to drop the ball more. But I'd like to see him drive a few more to see if he can get something going.
You saying unhealthy respect for you guys when we were practicing?
I think so. There's no other way to say it.
Five, 4-1.
Still a close game, but the body language not looking great on this side close to us.
Well, that helps. The Ernie cross-court winner from Marayu.
Yeah, it's funny, though, because, like, his composure, like, I would have been jumping up and down with that, saying, like, let's go, and he's just business as usual.
Oh, yeah.
See it.
Oh, what a point. And behind Althoff.
And you see how he misdirected? That normally would go straight at you. He hits with a side spin almost, so it's coming off the paddle a little funky. They're not able to put a solid paddle on it oftentimes. He got it.
Weinbach got no look. Came back. What a point.
You just have to give it to all four guys right there. The reset from Marayu, though, because that ball got hammered from Weinbach straight down at his feet, and somehow he was able to respond, get it back over. You can slowly see the momentum starting to change for Granat and Marayu, but they've got to keep the ball going over the net. You can't kill your own momentum. You know, you have to force the other team to do that for you.
Granat was looking down like it might have hit something there.
Very possibly.
Never came up.
And he's attacking that backhand.
Yeah, don't do it.
High left shoulder is not the spot. If you're going to do it, it's got to be to his right side.
Shoulder.
And you can see that in evidence as he won the one that he hit to the right side, keeps losing that battle on the left side. So I think he knows that, but sometimes it's hard to put that ball exactly where you want. I don't know what happened there.
Trying to curl it around. 5-5-2 in the second. Gold medal match. Senior doubles. And the left-hander with a big roar.
Yeah, and I think what's happening is, what I notice is Althoff Merchant slides out really wide, so when you do attack that ball, you're hitting it right into his forehand. He's just stepping into it and driving it past Marayu's left hip, so he's got to be really careful hitting into that forehand of Merchant too often.
Nice close by Althoff and another big
Well, again, I mean, I don't know if you're seeing the same thing I am, but he doesn't Dan doesn't want to attack straight across because he knows he's already lost a couple of battles with Weinbach. So then now he's going cross court. Highest percentage is through the middle, but that feeds right into the forehand of Merchant. So it's a really bad matchup for Granat right now.
So 7-5, Merchant and Weinbach inching closer now to gold after winning the first 11-6.
I think this was a good timeout, chance to breathe. I'm going to tell you, they're on the court for a reason, not me. But if it was me, I would put Dan Granat straight across from Althoff Merchant and put Mircha on the right. I know Mircha loves to control the points from the left side, but in this situation, Dan's his hands are tied a little bit because if he's attacking back through the middle, that's right into Althoff's forehand, and he definitely doesn't want to attack straight across to Dave Weinbach. So I would like to see them switch and put Dan on the left.
Interesting concept. We saw you coaching out here earlier.
I don't think that ball is even close to sliding on the line. I think they're
I didn't see it.
No, that ball is.
You saw it out.
I don't think that ball was even close to being good.
Yeah. No hesitation by Granat. He said that was way out.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw it. Now, listen, we're not the ones playing, but.
Well, you are right on the line.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good view of it. It definitely didn't skip like they thought it did.
Now they're appealing to us, so I'm staying out of this.
Me too. I don't want any
honestly,
part of
I didn't even see it, but you.
I don't want any part of that. I mean, listen, these guys. I've been around with these guys a long time. I think they respect each other, but they definitely were making the case that it slid on the line. I don't think that was the case, though. I could be wrong, but I just don't think it was the case.
So they get the side out, 5-7.
There's always some fireworks.
You knew there would be.
Oh, how could you not?
What do they call here?
I actually don't know. Is that a foot fault? I'm so confused. I guess they.
5-7-2.
They served out of position.
Out of position.
Okay, so that goes.
So turn. Yeah.
That goes back to what I was saying about them stacking on the even.
Mm-hmm.
They got confused after that controversy. They come back out of that controversy a little confused. Really disappointing to lose your side out that way.
Can I have attention here inside? Registered for the Pro-Am and haven't checked in yet. We need to make sure you check in.
We'll let it drop, and it is now 8-5-1.
I know they're probably not going to switch, but I would really like to see them put Dan on the left, just to see if they just changing things up a little bit.
Off-speed Lofter. That is going to drop.
Oh, man.
Fair call by Mircha. That hit line.
That's unbelievable. Look, it's funny because they were making that whole case that they skipped the line over here, but these guys are obviously fair line callers.
Yeah, they've been good all day.
They've been good.
So second serve. Nine 5-2.
Little gap here for Merchant and Weinbach to close this out in 2.
With authority, Mircha.
I feel like I've seen that 100 times when he plays with us.
Yeah.
That forehand roll. Nasty.
Similar plays, get too much of it. Marayu apologizes to his teammate.
It felt like he was trying to go for like a body shot on Merchant, but he's quick as a cat. He just gets out of the way.
Oh, boy. Give the serve away. So side out, 9-5.
Yeah.
Dejected at the moment on this side.
I'll be honest, the body language hasn't felt good the whole time. Nice reset there from Granat.
That's going to loft long, and now we've got a match point.
I like what I'm seeing energy-wise from Merchant and Weinbach. They keep that energy level high. It's no wonder they're in the finals.
Ooh, they tested the backhand, and Weinbach surprised he missed it.
It's definitely a rare miss.
Got him to reach a bit, though.
Yeah, I think if you can get him out of his comfort zone, get outside of that midsection area, he will make a few unforced errors, but it's not often.
Not going to miss that one, and that is game, set, match. 11-6, 11-5. It is a gold medal for Althoff Merchant and Dave Weinbach. And you suspected that duel would be a terrific team, and that's what we saw out here.
Yeah, they get to play a lot together. Althoff Merchant's from like the Midwest area, like in I believe he's in. No, and actually, I don't know if you guys could hear him. He was just saying we could feel free to overturn his call or something like that. But honestly, I thought they did a great job. They were great sportsmen. And to be fair, look, they're going to go back and forth on that stuff. That stuff washes out. But I think the better team today on the court in this Senior Pro Finals was Weinbach and Merchant. They just were able to, I think, impose their will a little bit more. Ari, is that what you saw as well?
Yeah, for sure. They cruised all the way through, and a strong team, Althoff Merchant, Dave Weinbach. Gold medal winners over Morario and Granat. We'll see if Carl goes out there for a post-match interview. We do have the charity event coming up. And I don't see Carl, so looks like we're going to wrap it up. Carl's got a few things to do as tournament director and PA guy and everything else, Foster Events, who is sponsoring here, Boca Raton Pickleball Masters. So what a day in mixed doubles, and then we were treated there with the senior men's doubles gold medal match. Tomorrow we'll have action on both courts, Scott. You'll be back over on Court 2. I hate to lose you here on Court 1, but we will have coverage of Court 1 and 2 here on Championship Courts at Patch Reef Park. The coverage will begin at 10. We'll go till 6. We'll have doubles all day. It should be a great day.
Yeah, gender doubles is always some of my favorite pickleball to watch. So we're excited about bringing that action on Championship Court 1 and 2 tomorrow. Yeah, I hate to break up this dynasty, but we're going to have to be on separate ends of the courts. But, you know, honestly, today was a fantastic day. The weather was beautiful, and you can't get much better than Patch Reef Tennis Center. This is absolutely a gorgeous place. It happens to be my hometown. Well, not my hometown. I'm from Alabama, but it's where I've lived for the last 3 or 4 years. But, yeah, it looks like we're going to wrap up the day unless they give us another match somehow. But looks like we're going to.
Yeah, that'll do it for today's coverage. Great day. Thanks for tuning in here on Inside World Pickleball, our YouTube channel. From the second annual Foster Events Group 2023 Boca Raton Pickleball Masters, I'm Ari Shannock for Scott Golden and the crew here on Championship Court 1. Have a great night, everybody. So long from Boca.